Well, hi guys, welcome to Tuesday's 2 o'clock Tea and Talk. This is the very first one. So what is Tuesday 2 o'clock Tea and Talk beside great alliteration? Well, it's an opportunity to get together in the afternoon once a week and have a conversation about marketing and business and mindset. Hi, welcome. Tuesday, 2 o'clock Tea and Talk. We're going to talk about marketing. We're going to talk about business. As I mentioned in the little promo piece, I want to talk to you about email marketing. So I've been looking at email marketing. Mostly I've been looking at my inbox, and I've been noticing, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but my inbox is just saturated with marketing campaigns, email funnels, email sequences from all different areas of people just wanting to talk to me, to connect with me, and to sell me something. So when I'm looking at my own business and when I'm looking at the businesses of my clients, I'm in a position of, okay, how can we connect with people, especially using today's technology, using the internet, using digital technology in a meaningful way. Hi guys, I see that most of you have joined, or more of you have joined. Again, I can't quite see who's joining right away, but say hello, drop a note in the comments so that I know you're here. If you have something to contribute or you have a question, let me know. So email marketing, is it just a pain in our backsides? Alas, my speakers are not working. You get to look at my lovely face, and maybe you can listen to it in post, Sue. So another thing to recognize, I mean, what I'm doing right now, this Facebook Live is an alternative to email marketing. That's essentially what it is. So doing a Facebook Live is another way to market, to connect with you, to build relationship, to have a conversation, to check in, to see what do my clients want. And you know, as Sue just pointed out with her technology challenges, you want to be aware of the medium in which you're communicating. So what that means to me is when I look at email marketing and I look at the medium in which email marketing happens, which is my inbox, which is chaos. Like, okay, my inbox is zero. I've at least looked at everything and organized it, but a lot of my organization happens automatically. So these email marketing campaigns, these funnels that are coming into my life, are coming in and they're going directly into a dedicated folder in my email system. And I'm only ever really looking at them maybe once or twice a week. So I look at that and I think, okay, if that's how I'm treating email marketing as the customer, as someone being marketed to, what's going to happen to my emails if I choose email marketing as the way to communicate and to connect with my clients? So I was doing some research on it. I'm gonna have some more tea, so hopefully you've joined me in a cup of something, whether it's tea or some other beverage. So when I was looking and doing some research, what I saw was that the sort of expected ROI, and if you're not like into the marketing acronyms or business acronyms, ROI means return on investment. So the expected return on investment for email marketing in most circumstances is around 1 to 3%. So this means if you send out 100 emails, you might get engagement, meaningful engagement from 1 to 3 people. This seems like not really a good deal, you know? Like, I don't know, it just really feels to me like that's not a really great return on the amount of time and effort and energy it takes to create and execute a really well thought out email campaign. So I've been looking for what are the alternatives to email marketing? And the question really brought up, well, what is the objective of my email marketing? Hi, thanks for joining us. I can't see you when you come online, but please do drop a note. Hey, from the Netherlands, welcome Marielle. So what we're talking about here is alternatives to email marketing. And so when I look at, okay, I want an alternative. email marketing is saturated. It's what, in Seth Godin's term, you would call a red ocean. I want to go somewhere where there's not a lot of competition, where it's easy for me to connect with my people. And the research that I've been given or been doing says that there's a whole bunch of different ways out there that we can do that. And yes, they take time, and yes, they take effort and energy. But when you look at the success of email marketing relative to the amount of time and effort and energy you invest, I'm thinking that ideas like one-to-one networking, or ideas like Facebook Lives, or ideas like, holding a networking meeting in your own space and hosting and facilitating it. All of these could be alternatives depending on what the outcome is. So asking the question simply like, what is the alternative to email marketing? I think there's more to it than that. I think it's about, well, what am I trying to do with my email marketing? Am I trying to build a relationship with people who already love me? Then great, email marketing is maybe gonna work because I'm not really selling, I'm deepening trust, or I'm helping people get to know and like me. So if what I'm doing is try to build awareness, then maybe it makes more sense for me to joint venture with another business and leverage their email list. So I open up the floor to you guys. What are some of your biggest frustrations with email marketing, either from the perspective of, trying to do it and implement it as a business connecting to people, or, being on the receiving end of email marketing, and how does that feel? I'm gonna give you a second. I think there's still 4 or 5 of you here. Hi, Natasha, welcome. The question is, what is your experience based on someone who's trying to market to people using email, or what is your experience based on being marketed to with email? So I'm gonna have a sip of tea while you guys type your question or type your answers in the comment box. So we're just checking. Getting some love. Lots of people watching, not a lot of people commenting. Okay, great. So something to consider though. So when you are looking at a marketing alternative for yourself, I think there's the question of, how does it impact me being on the receiving end? What do I feel like when I'm trying to do it? Where do my challenges and frustrations come up? And what is it that I'm actually trying to achieve? All right, I got a comment here. I'm gonna read it. So it says, this is from Devin, and he says, didn't it change a bunch after the new anti-spam laws came into effect? I never used it because it's a lot of time before, because a lot of people have a lot of it go directly to their spam. Okay, so Devin, I think what you're saying is that you basically have opted out of the whole email marketing experience by not choosing to do it yourself in your own business, and really just not paying attention to it in terms of opting into other people's marketing. And so your thought is that this new anti-spam law, the GDPR, GPDR, whatever it was, would have reduced the number of emails. And possibly it did in terms of the spam that we're getting, but I'm talking about the email marketing where you opt in, or you sign up to a list, or you exchange your email address for something of value, an ebook or a template, and then that person continues to market to you using email. And you're absolutely right, Devin. A lot of times, even those emails will end up in a spam or a junk folder if the recipient hasn't whitelisted you. And like I said, for myself, most of those emails for me, they end up in like a particular folder for that particular marketing campaign, and I hardly ever look at them. And that's, I think, really impacting why it's less, like between 1% to 3% of success on email marketing. Yeah. So it's something to consider. How do I feel doing it? How do I feel receiving it? And what is the objective? So Devin, I'd be curious to know, like, what are you using instead of email marketing to do your marketing for your business. I mean, I know it's probably charm and good looks, but I would also guess that it has something to do with relationship marketing, and that a lot of people would say that relationship marketing is can be done online, can be done with email, but often is done best in person. And that connection, that face-to-face, knee-to-knee, eye-to-eye, heart-to-heart, that kind of thing. Or even more connected if you're in that kind of business. I don't know. We've got good points. Devin saying, personally found that using social media and latching on to businesses and peoples with lots of followers and having them share or interact with your posts, offers, etc. So really, Devin, you're saying like going after the shares and the social networking. Yes, absolutely. I think that that can for sure. So social media awareness, getting followers, getting likes, things like that. If your desired outcome is to increase awareness and the number of people who are aware and will follow your content, then I think social media is a great strategy. Your other thing that you mentioned in terms of making connections with other businesses and people that already have a big following, you can create a very formal kind of arrangement with those businesses and leverage their existing fan group and their existing influence to create incredible results for your business. It's called joint venture marketing, and there's certainly some experts in the area of joint ventures that have proven that that is being very effective in doing online marketing. But I think the outcomes are different. A lot of times with like an email marketing campaign, the objective is to move people through a series of emails and attitudes to get to the point of wanting to buy something. Like it's a very specific journey that you are taking your reader through for a very specific outcome. So thinking about, when we ask the question, what can we use instead of email marketing? Again, we have to get back to do what? To achieve what? For what particular outcome? So alternatives to email marketing for creating awareness. Yeah, absolutely. Social media is great for that. Getting more likes, participating in groups. There's all different kinds of things. So next week at the Tuesday 2 o'clock Tea and Talk, I want to explore the idea of, well, what kinds of objectives do we need to have in a marketing plan or a marketing strategy, and what kinds of things might fit under those objectives. So we're going to go and look at the know, like, trust, try, buy cycle of the consumer and business's journey through marketing campaigns. So I'm going to have a couple of sips of tea. If you have any other questions or comments, things that you would like to contribute, specific marketing ideas that you want to share, and see if I have any thoughts or comments, then please do. I'll share this with you guys. So I'm having tea, and the tea I am having right now is called The Huntsman. Thanks, Devin. And it is by this company called the Not So Gentle Tea Company, and very interesting marketing strategies with these guys, friends of mine. We might talk about them on one Tuesday, but interesting to watch their social media strategy and how they are reaching out to connect to their audience. They have specific objectives. They have a very specific audience. And so the marketing strategy they're using is very interesting. So any more comments or thoughts before we wrap up today's 2 o'clock Tea and Talk? Fantastic. I really want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to be doing it again next week and for the next 8 weeks. This has been episode 1. I'm really committed to having casual conversations with you about business, marketing, and mindset. So thanks very much, guys. If you have things that you'd like to talk about next week, or you have questions, drop them in the thread or send me a PM and I will be sure to bring them on. Thanks for being here. Have a great day.